So this is Lake Willoughby, and Sid and I are going for sort of an Easter drive. I wanted to see if there was any open water anywhere, and the lake on the other side of this, Crystal Lake, no. But this one has a good amount of open water, considering it's so deep. So it looks like as soon as the weather starts to cooperate and the wind isn't blowing a gale, I should be able to go kayaking. I think, maybe. Looks like there might be ice at the other end. Well, slight problem. I could put the kayak in over here, where I usually have done.
Get up to that White House.
I can get over towards that White House, and then, no, then
Turn
there's
around.
that ice. So there's no way I can get through the ice, so I have to wait. It's all open farther over, not that far. So hopefully it'll melt relatively.
Shadow right here, that big mountain.
Well, hopefully it starts to warm up, and then I'll be able to go. Here we are. I know it's been a while. I've been, I don't want to say doing a lot, but getting things done, doing a lot of thinking, trying to figure out, how coffee business is going to go, how this whole climate is going to go, what direction, all those kind of things. And there's been a ton of things to think about. You've been home, maybe you can go for walks, maybe you've been one of those people who are working, but overall, I don't know, it's a really strange situation of what's going on in the world. That, here we are, we've got this virus out there that's basically shutting down the world, and now, when's it going to end? I don't know. Is it going to come back in the fall? I don't know. Nobody knows. It's one of those kind of things. But I think there's going to be a lot of cultural changes will happen. And it'll depend on whether, if it goes too quick and it ends too quick, or the powers that be say, oh, get back to work, time to go, and it rears up again in even worse fashion, it's not going to be a good situation. People are going to look at it and say, all right, we did that, we went back to work, we went about our life as it was before, and then all of a sudden it's worse. So when it does get better next time, this is one of those potential cultural changes. They may not want to be that close to people, which is going to change a lot of businesses. People may not want to go into crowded stores to buy things. They may not want to, say, go to coffee shops, sporting events. I don't know, what it'll be. Time will tell. Will people, will more meetings be done online than in person? Because people are like, I don't really need to be in a room with all those people. I don't know where they've been. I kind of have a feeling this is going to be, and other people have said it, it's not just my feeling. This is going to be one of those times, sort of like that defines the up and coming generations, because it's a big event. Okay, hold on. So this whole thing that's been going on is like really complicated, really confusing. I don't know what to make of it or what's going to be happening. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of thinking. It's not a good thing. There's signs all over the place it's just not a straightforward thing. Like one of the things, for example, like last year in the U.S., 80,000 people died from the regular flu. Okay, it wasn't, I gotta go. I'll get back to this. I had to go someplace, do something. But anyway, this whole thing with this virus thing is really complicated. Like I was saying, if you looked at it strictly as a numbers thing and you said, okay, 80,000 people died last year from the regular flu. We didn't shut down the country. There's been, 25,000 people have died from this so far. So the only thing I can come up with is that had they not done all these shutdowns and everything else, there could have been potentially more, and they knew that. So in usual fashion, it's like, what are they not telling you? And that's probably one of the things they're not telling you is that had we not done this, or at least that's what I'm hoping, had we not done this, there would have been 700,000, a million people, whatever kind of thing, and that would have been a way worse scenario. Then you can get into all the conspiracy theories and that this was set up so you can control people and this, that, and the other. And, there's bits and pieces to all of this. Apple and Google are trying to work on potential voluntary apps for your phone so they can track where you are and whatever. I'm not really sure I want anybody tracking where I am all the time. Nothing personal to anybody, but no, I don't want that. Even if it's, a pandemic. I'm sorry, I don't want you to know where I am. Do I trust that if I said I voluntarily don't do that they're not going to? Not exactly. So, this is a really strange time where this has been a big deal, yes. But all of a sudden, the powers that be tell you it's a big deal. And all of a sudden, everything, stay home. And people stay home. Do this. People do that. To a degree. Not everybody does it. But I don't know what to make of all of this. This is a very strange time. What's going to happen in the future, how people are going to feel about this. And again, the politics of it all, oh my God, it just makes my head spin. Politicians should have 6 years. I don't care who you are. 6 years for regular politicians, and then you go back to doing whatever you do. No 20, 30, 40, 50 years you've been a politician. No, sorry. No, that's a whole nother topic. But this whole thing, you spend a lot of time inside. Now we'll be able to be getting outside, doing some yard work and stuff, and thinking about all the potentials that it has. If they shut it down too quick, everybody goes back to everybody's normal life. What's going to happen? I don't know. Will it pick up with a worse case than it was? I mean, if you look at the Spanish flu from 1918, that started in the spring, had a lull in the summer, and fall and winter were way worse than the spring episode was. So I don't know if, and then it didn't actually end until the following summer. Is that how this is going to go? There's been reported new surges in China. I don't know, Is it all that devastating? Do we need to open up the economy? I think my personal thing is that you need to either shut everything down, sort of like pulling the Band-Aid really quick, and then you're done. It's like on your hairy arm here, and you pull it off really quick. So you shut down the entire country for 2-3 weeks. Nothing, period, nothing. And then you go, boom, great, we're back at it. Because that should take care of all the cases that are out there, all the potential ones, I think. I'm not a doctor or anything, but that's what it seems like. Or you do the slow peel off method, where it's like painful for a long period of time. I'd rather do the, here in Vermont, we've been, I think this is like already a month. We're not supposed to be done till May 15th, and that could be rescheduled too, because they're saying hotels and all that kind of stuff, no reservations till June 15th, which kind of leads you to believe that maybe there's a little bit more coming. They're not sure. It seems to be leveling out. I don't know. So this is a unprecedented event that's happening, and what it's going to do to society, jobs, businesses. A lot of small businesses won't make it. You know, we're doing a lot of planning, thinking, ordering, getting stuff in, and thinking about how we're going to approach it when, at whatever point in the future, it ends. In the meantime, we're selling bits and pieces. We've got coffee that, you know, goes to different parts of the country, some local pickups. Sid's got some food that she's been selling locally. So that gives us a little bit of an ease, a learning curve, that kind of thing. I've been setting up wholesale accounts with suppliers, stuff like that. So we'll be ready. But a lot of businesses are not going to be able to make it through. They won't have the resources. How many of these will go down the tubes? How many of the people who used to work there will go down the tubes? How many businesses will say, well, we didn't actually need them all coming in. A lot of them could work from home. Look at all those buildings we pay taxes on and maintenance. Maybe we could do something in a different respect. What's going to happen to all the people who don't have jobs? You know, you can't, you know, this isn't Germany. Okay, you haven't had a job in 2 years. Please report to extermination camp B. No, that's not going to happen. So there's a lot of really tricky stuff that's coming up. Is there going to be a set income type thing for everybody, and those that work will make more? Are taxes going to go up? You know, I think they will, because I don't think a lot of people understand that. But when you get these government, you know, $1,000, $1,200, this, that, and the other thing, the government isn't a business. The government doesn't actually make money. I mean, they print it, but they don't actually make it. They make their money through taxation. So if they're going to give you money, they have to pay it back. So who's paying it? Remember, somebody has to. Okay, it just doesn't magically fall out of the sky. They don't just say, make up another $1 trillion worth of those paper things we give to people. No, it doesn't work that way. So taxes are going to go up. It's going to be a whole new era. That's my feeling. How it's going to be, I don't know. Are people going to be afraid to go out? Are they going to have jobs? Are they going to have money? It's a lot that's going to have to be worked out. And, you know, one of my hopes is, because we really have gotten into this thing where I, you, me, you. What happened to us? That's what I'd like to know. When did this become such a me versus you? What I want, what you want. Where it used to be us, we the people, not you and me the people. So I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, we've been trying to do the best we can. We go for walks with the grandkids in the afternoon. I and Sid read a lot, think about things, make plans, try to make the best decisions you can and make the best of it that you can. That's all you can do. If they open up, you know, a lot of states say, no, we're not opening up full tilt. I mean, one of the things they say is theaters and concerts aren't going to, those type of events won't even come back online until fall of 2021. I don't know. I think we're entering in a new world. What happens? I don't know. We'll all deal with it as it comes, I guess.